given the context, the political context under which you were put in prison for more than 6 years, hindi naman kaya nag-succeed na yung mga nagpakulong sa inyo, given the fact na napakulong nga kayo for close to 7 years. Wala kayo sa public eye,
Pwede
basically.
nilang
Victory na sa
isipin
kanila
yun.
yun.
At talaga namang victory na, yun ang iniisip nila, victory na sa kanila yun kasi naging limitado na yung aking exposure. Yung ano ko ng mga commentaries ko, yung aking mga advokasya, naging limitado na dahil unang-una nga wala akong cellphone, wala akong laptop, at hindi nga naman ako nakaka-participate noon sa Senado, yung mga deliberations, and I could not even vote. So in that sense, iisipin nila nag-succeed na sila dahil sayang yung panahon na yon na pwede ako maging useful and could have really performed my mandate more fully and effectively. Pero sa isang banda naman, yung pinaka target naman talaga nila is yung gibain ako. Pinaka-target nila is patahimikin ako. Sa usapin na yan, malinaw na hindi sila nagtagumpay. Kasi hindi pa rin nila ako napatahimik at hindi nila ako mapapatahimik. At hindi nila ako pwedeng basta-basta na lang gibain o pahinain ang loob. So in that sense, they have not succeeded at all. They failed because I didn't want them to succeed.
Okay.
I cannot, and I could not, and I cannot allow them to succeed.
Isa po sa mga very unfortunate things that were done to you, Senator De Lima, ito, na-monitor nyo rin po, na-monitor ng maraming tao ito, yung pambababoy sa inyo, yung pambabalahura sa House of Representatives. Unfortunately, may ilang pang mga babaeng kongresista na mga sip-sip sa nakaupong Pangulo ng time na yon. Lagi ko sinasabi sa programa na to, pwede nyo i-YouTube, hanapin nyo yung videos na yon. Nagtatawanan sila, as in pinagkakatawaan yung pagkababae nyo. Ano tumatakbo sa utak nyo ngayon na nasa labas kayo? On bail at least, and then these people were party to destroying your reputation, or at least to paint you as someone guilty before the court of public opinion under the previous administration.
Masakit pa rin hanggang ngayon. It's really so revolting that they have to do that, they go through that extent para magpapogi lang doon sa nakaupong presidente noon. But I do hope they realize now what they did. That it's such an unjust doing na lalo nang I was also a fellow lawmaker. Wala man lang kortesiya which they accorded to me. Siniraan talaga nila, binalahura nila yung pagkatao ko. And yes, until now it's still very painful to me that we have these lawmakers throwing away any kind of dignity just to put up a show in order to please a certain man. And mahirap eh. But while I still consider that very painful, pinapatawad ko na naman sila. Maybe under those circumstances, they thought they were doing something that could further their own interests, but not necessarily the interests of truth and justice. And in fact, it was very much against the interests of truth and justice.
Okay, bait nyo, napatawad nyo na. Pero kasi pag napapanood namin yung video, ang hirap eh. Anyway, how about yung mga colleagues nyo before sa Senate? Diba merong 16 yata na colleagues nyo sa Senado who voted to oust you from the Justice Committee as chairperson. Yun yung kasagsagan ng kalakasan ng Duterte administration yun, eh, no? And perhaps what you said about the lawmakers at the House, siguro ganun din yung
Can
mga nasa
also be
Senado ng
said.
time na yan. Oo.
Yes.
Ngayon iba
Uh,
nagpaparamdam, 'di ba? Nagko-congratulate pa yata sa pag-release niya, may mga statements pa, 'di ba? I mean, pati ba 'yan napatawad niyo na rin, yung mga colleagues niyo mismo sa Senado?
yes. They have their own reasons why they did that. And of course, political, personal, and again, they just really wanted to, I think, just wanted to go by the tide of what was happening there. Kasi parang siguro at the time, fashionable sa kanila na sumama sa mga paninira sa akin at sumama sa pag-aapi nila. So, they have their own reasons. While I do think also that some of them may have been sympathetic to me inside of them, but they had no choice. But again, as I said, to go with the tide, dahil that's the direction then of the political climate.
How about the likes of Attorney Harry Roque? 'Di ba marami
Mm,
siyang mga binitawan salita against you, tapos isa ron yung sabi niya, "Happy anniversary on your first year of detention. May you spend the rest of your life in jail." I think
yes.
in terms of trying to get you to detention, hindi naman kapantay nung mga senador lang at saka kongresista yung kumbaga yung gilas o gigil nitong Harry Roque para sa pagpapakulong nyo, no? I mean, ano naman ang attitude nyo regarding him?
That is very deplorable. Um, I don't think we can expect anything less from him. Masyado siyang nagpakakaano, maski nga sa human rights community, and then maraming na turn off sa kanya. He's pretending to be uh, fighting also for human rights causes, but it turned out it's the opposite that he's been doing. And then sa mga ginawa niya sa akin, again, pag pang sisip-sip lang, just to be within the graces of the former president, he had to go to that extent. And kahit na ganun, pinapatawad ko na rin siya kahit hindi bihingi rin ng kapakatawaran.
Ang light ng feeling nyo ngayon, Senator De Lima. Okay, how about naman si former Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre? 'Di ba, merong impressions na 'di ba? Allegedly pinressure daw niya yung isang yung witness to go against you. Kasama
Yeah,
ba yun sa mga listahan ng
same
napatawad niyo na?
thing. Yes, lahat naman sila except for one.
Sino po yung isa?
Yung pinaka, my chief oppressor, the former president.
Si former
Hindi ko pa
President
kaya.
Rodrigo Duterte. Bakit po?
Yes.
Siya ang hindi niyo mapapatawad.
The magnitude and the gravity of what he did to me, uh, unparalleled yung persecution dahil lang sa paghihiganti. It's all about paghihiganti. And then using the entire machinery of the state. Gumamit ng mga kung sino-sino. Gumamit ng mga testigo, ng mga peking mga testimonya. Gumamit ng mga iba pang mga tao para lang masira ako. And when I was simply doing my job and depriving me of more than 6 years of my prime life and robbing me of the company of my family and friends and also of my mandate, the full discharge of my mandate as then duly elected member of the Senate. I simply cannot forgive him at this point. Maybe later, but not at this point.